Greetings one and all, my name is Lancer and welcome back once again to Data Live, episode 11, the penultimate episode to the finale. Oh boy, I'm starting to get a little emotional, man. I don't like penultimates. This most likely is gonna be some pretty big setup for probably a big finale. Again, my prediction is cliffhanger ending, so if you expect disappointment, you'll never be disappointed. Just in the sense that it'll be a cliffhanger. When we last left off, Kurumi and all that still going down. Girls' time, yeah, that's what happened. The girls all became One-samas for a little while, and then they all baked chocolate for Shido. It was kind of like just a last hurrah right before I imagine some deep and heavy stuff happens in these last two episodes. I'm excited, nonetheless. Oh yeah, and also, the Reina stuff. Oh man. Again, my prediction still stands, is that the guy that she was talking about was Elliot, in terms of who she loved at one point. And so pretty much saying that she's Spirit Origin, or Phantom, or whatever the heck it's called. So we may be getting more of that these last two episodes. Maybe that'll be the cliffhanger, and the last episode will be like, I am the Spirit Origin, blah blah blah. And then it ends. But going into this episode, I'm curious what this little Valentine scheme is gonna be, and I'm curious if it's gonna work. But it's Shido and it's Kurumi, so it probably won't work. But either way, I'm excited for this, so enough talking, enough wasting time. Let's get right into the episode! Let's go! Oh god, that origami statue in the background. The only person I want to get Valentine's from. Don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's amazing. Oh. Oh. I thought he was like his friend. What she put in her chocolate. She takes such a different tone when she enters. I love it. Well, you've jinxed it now, fucker. God damn it. I'm letting the opening rock, because if anime rules apply, the finale, there won't be an opening. Or at the very least, it'll play without visuals and the last scene or a scene or something. This opening has really grown on me. I actually really like it now. I'd say it's my second favorite opening, next to season 1, of course. This is so refreshing, man. Because with watching Obi-Wan Kenobi right now, it's like, I'm always just crossing my fingers, hoping that it's a good episode, and just hoping I can not be too furious, but it always ends up being the case where I get angry. Hold on, wait. I love that beat drop. Where with Data Live, I don't have to have that worry, because it's like, I'm gonna enjoy it no matter what. Even if it's a questionable episode, like the Isekai episode, I still love it. I thank you all for, like, it's pretty consistent that these reactions hit 100 views, and I get a decent amount of subscribers from each one, so thank you all for watching and enjoying. Stay tuned for the finale. Every other word for her is ara. Such peak ara energy. Don't use prompts. You've known Kurumi for so long now, like you don't need prompts. And besides, the prompts don't work anyway. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, piss off. Yeah, yes. Cat cafe. Ah. Right. Memories. My man is so bold now. Well, date a bullet, isn't that what that's talking about? Are you gonna get married to her again? Okay, that ended quickly. Isn't this where you met? Yeah. Or not met, but like, this is where you murdered people. Why do I feel like they're both acting right now? That's adorable. Let me enjoy this, man. Cause, oh, that's just cheating. Going right for that. Fullmetal Alchemist taught me that I know nothing about truth. That mid-card came way too soon. There's no way we're halfway, and I'm not gonna check. Haven't you been here before? Didn't you come here when Miku was going nuts? Backstory, or Oh. We got a little bit of this in the data bullet. I'm glad we're getting more. Don't break my heart, please. It's cheating that she's been around for so long and we're now getting this. The heck? Yeah, that pretty much confirms it right there. That's right now. This music. I'm like about to cry. That gave me chills, bro. Okay. I guess you're transformed for the first time. When does she change her personality and what changes her? She starts getting drunk on that power, I imagine. What are these monster things? I feel like this is all a ploy. I got pink eye. This is crazy, I'm just taking this all in because it's just so different. It's still there. What the and then she inverts? Oh, she stopped herself. Yeah, that's another thing. Inversions are just normal. They're meant to be the normal form. Dude, I'm kind of rooting for Kurumi now. Jeez. That's why this guy all changed. She does like a reality marble on her. But why does she keep killing? Goal. Yeah. That was a whole episode. I am speechless. Mainly. Oh my god. That was amazing, first of all. Second of all, what the hell? Wow. That last just like 10 minutes or so, I just haven't had much to say. Just cause that was just so enrapturing. That was like, yeah, sure, in the grand scheme of storytelling, it's relatively a simple revenge story, but I don't know, just something about it. It's just again, it's one of those things where it's like, we've been following Kurumi for so long, since the very beginning. It's just like, a lot of this, like, seeing it now makes sense. So it's like, is the reason she kept killing was because she knew, like, that would give her more Sephiroth or whatever the hell. It's still gonna be a surprise to her when it's revealed that Reina is the spirit of origin, even though pretty much that hairstyle that it had there, that pretty much was a dead giveaway. Because again, yeah, like going back to Data, I know I keep talking about Data Bullet, but like when we're dealing with Kurumi stuff, that stuff contains some integral like Kurumi lore. There was a little bit of that backstory in the Data Bullet stuff, like it showed that girl, her in middle school. Because yeah, she was with Reina in the last episode, like she said like, oh, that's a wonderful story, Reina. So it's like, she doesn't know that that's origin either. But also, that begs the question, does Reina even know that she's Spirit of Origin? That might be a thing as well. That episode went by so fast. Was that the same length episode? Maybe that mid-card was in the middle. That might be my new favorite Data Live episode. That was amazing. That was so good. It was sad as hell. Yeah, that's just writing being good. I'm sad that honestly that episode was so fast, because now it's like, there's only one episode left. Oh man. I mean, as a penultimate episode, that was pretty great. That's some pretty good setup, so that pretty much confirms to me, it's like, yeah, next episode's gonna be a pretty big cliffhanger, I imagine. I'm gonna keep the cat ears on in support of Kurumi, because honestly, I'm kind of now rooting for Kurumi. Because, like, that was messed up. She made her kill her own friend. That's what I was saying, it's just like, these monsters seem like kind of out of place Just like they don't, I feel like it's a ploy, which in the end it was. So it's like all these like monster things were people that she was killing. She tried to be a friend to her at the end as well. She was like, oh, I should invite Mio to come and, you know, hang out with us. The music in Date Alive is always amazing, but this episode was just solid, man. Like when Origin revealed herself to Kurumi, like the music in that whole sequence, that was beautiful. It was like a remix of like the Spirits theme, but in a different kind of way, which makes sense because again, it's like she's like the be-all end-all of Spirits. But damn, hot damn. Very quick twist from the last episode, which again, I pretty much predicted. That's always the case usually with Day Alive, if there's like a whole episode that's kind of like slice of life and, you know, romancy, like the next episode will always usually be pretty deep stuff, and it was always. It at least started with a little bit of lightheartedness with the Valentine stuff, but pretty much once Kurumi came on the scene, that's when it all twisted, which again, I love that switch of tone whenever she's around. Whew. This is shaping up to be probably one of my new favorite arcs, because I love when it's like that deep kind of backstory. That's why I loved the Origami arc last season, and why that's still my favorite. This arc wraps up in a pretty good way. I try to imagine it will. It's gonna be a tearjerker to say the least, I imagine. I was already almost crying here with this episode. Date Alive has rarely ever done that to me, so it shows this is a pretty good one. Next episode, I imagine, is gonna be probably either the beginning or just a little bit of a big fight, maybe. I imagine some of the spirits are gonna try to fight Kurumi, and then in the fray of that, Reina may reveal herself. I don't know. Again, I think it might be a case of Reina doesn't necessarily know that she herself is Spirit of Origin. Like, it might be a case like with Kotori in season 1, where she didn't necessarily remember like when she was a spirit, like when she would transform into a spirit, like she would remember transforming, but she wouldn't remember much after that, because like that's when she would go like crazy. It might be a case like that. I'm insanely hyped for all of this, and I'm so sad that next episode's gonna be the last, but this has been a wild ride. This has been an amazing season. I've seen people say it's just like, oh, the Kurumi arc is the last hope for this season, but it's like, this season, like, I've talked a little bit of smack that's like the Nia arc wasn't the best arc. I mean, it wasn't, but like in terms of a start to the season, it was a good like reintroduction to everything. And then the Mukuro arc was also amazing as well. Like, again, I talk shit about the Isekai episode, but that was still a fine episode. Like, the Mukuro arc was like another like sad and great arc, and this arc has been amazing so far. This whole season, it's been like a kind of a first, where it's been dealing with 3 spirits now that have been people that became spirits. Where now it's been a case because Kotori, Origami, Miku, Nia, Mukuro, and Kurumi, like, they were all people before they were spirits, whereas the rest, Toka, Yoshino, Kage, Yuzuru, Natsumi, they were all just spirits by default. Which again, like what Nia talked about way back when, it's like, weren't all spirits human at one point? It's like, I think that might still be a factor, but it might just be a case of maybe Origin wiped their memories of them being human. That kind of like was brought up here. Like, Kurumi says, like, the only reason I remember is because of the Zafkiel power. This feels like it's gonna be the end, this arc, but from what I know, there's still a little more. This might be a longer arc, maybe. Like, I imagine it would stretch over the remainder of the show. I feel like it's gonna be a case of where we're gonna deal with Kurumi and Origin, but we still have Westcott to deal with. So, like, we'll at least have both of them on our side when we go into the end of the story. Because again, it's also a thing I've been talking about since the very beginning. I know that inverted Toka and Toka split at some point. Ishida goes on a date with her. I imagine this might end similarly to how the movie ended, where like they all kind of spirit bombed their powers into Toka and she became like a super spirit. It might be a case with this where like they do that with Shido and Toka, maybe? I don't know, but I can't wait. Again, like I talked about in the beginning, this has been a nice refresher. I like going from Obi-Wan Kenobi to this, because it's like, again, with Obi-Wan Kenobi, the show right now, and just Star Wars in general, it's like, it's a case where I'm kind of just not liking it more than liking it. Like, I have a lot more critiques than praises with it right now, where with Data Live, I have very little critique and just all praise. That's just anime in general. But I mean, it's more of a case, like, I'm more biased to Star Wars than anime, because I've been watching Star Wars longer than anime, but it's just, with the stuff like this, it's like, it's hard to really find critiques and just not enjoy it. Next week is the last episode. Man, that's gonna be a special one. I already know it. I'm not gonna do a whole separate video reviewing the season as a whole, because I've had a whole season of talking about the entire season, so next week I think, like, I'll talk just a lot about the season as a whole, and just the wrap up and just everything, and just how I overall enjoyed it, and just what I would score it overall. And also reveal what my next reaction series is gonna be for anime. That's gonna be fun, I can't wait. Stay tuned for that, and I hope you continue to enjoy everything else to come. So until next time, I'm Lancer. Thanks for watching.